leaders stress importance on global cooperation governance at Boao Forum. Airlines entitled to refuse passengers without health declarations. Prime Minister urged travel safety ahead of national holidays. Bronze Buddha statues in Sapa recognized as Asia's highest statue. Hello and welcome to FBNC News. This is Ying and those are the headlines for the news today. Foreign leaders attending the Boao Forum for Asia or BFA Annual Conference 2021 on Tuesday stressed the importance on global cooperation as well as global governance against the backdrop of current COVID-19 pandemic.
The global leaders, including a number of countries' presidents and heads of states, all agreed to enhance international cooperation for healthcare systems and enable all countries to gain equal access to affordable vaccines. The speakers said that cooperation and adhering to multilateralism are vital to address other major issues the world is facing and is crucial to get the global economy restarted again.
Một là đẩy mạnh hợp tác trong kiểm soát và ngăn chặn dịch bệnh, nâng cao năng lực hệ thống y tế công và bảo đảm các quốc gia đều có cơ hội tiếp cận vaccine với chi phí hợp lý. Hai là giữ vững ổn định kinh tế vĩ mô, tạo thuận lợi thương mại và đầu tư, giải quyết các trở ngại, các rào cản trong thương mại quốc tế, bảo đảm hoạt động của các chuỗi cung ứng, thúc đẩy sản xuất, tạo việc làm, tăng sức chống chịu của nền kinh tế trước những cú sốc tương tự có thể xảy ra trong tương lai. Ba là huy động nguồn lực cần thiết cho phát triển kinh tế bền vững và bao trùm, thực hiện các mục tiêu phát triển bền vững 2030 của Liên Hợp Quốc, đặc biệt về ứng phó biến đổi khí hậu, năng lượng sạch, quản lý bền vững tài nguyên thiên nhiên, giáo dục. Bốn là xây dựng cơ sở hạ tầng đồng bộ và phát triển nguồn nhân lực cho chuyển đổi số trong xu thế phát triển mới, không để ai tụt lại phía sau.
New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern delivered a speech on the importance of international order and preparation for the changing times.
COVID-19 has provided a stark reminder of just how interconnected our world is and the vital importance of working together to ensure our safety and prosperity. And the rules-based international order will become increasingly important as we face global challenges such as climate change, new technologies, and pandemics. It is incumbent on all of us to restore, build trust, and then act in ways consistent with the rules-based international order to deliver these outcomes.
The president of South Korea, Moon Jae-in, also delivered a message of hope for increased international cooperation and multilateral development.
포스트 코로나 시대 공존과 새로운 번영을 위해서는 국제사회의 연대와 협력이 무엇보다 중요합니다. 큰 나라와 작은 나라, 선진국과 개발도상국이 서로를 존중하며 동등하게 협력할 때 인류의 미래도 지속 가능해질 것입니다. 따라서 우리는 포용성을 강화한 다자주의 협력을 새로운 시대로 가는 디딤돌로 삼아야 합니다. 지난해 체결한 RCEP을 통해 영내 경제협력의 속도를 높이고 다자주의에 대한 신뢰 회복과 자유무역 발전이 이루어지길 바랍니다.
Meanwhile, the world leaders also reiterated the importance of strengthening the global governance, formulating new norms, and the need to respect other countries' independence of sovereignty over the process.
The COVID-19 pandemic is a defining challenge of our time, but it will not be the last. Long-term transboundary threats remain, including climate change and terrorism. I hope that the international community will be able to learn the lesson that this pandemic has given us, that global governance is ultimately in our common interest, and come to a renewed consensus on the advancement of an open, inclusive, and rules-based multilateral system that is fit for purpose in a post-COVID-19 world. This will put us in good stead to tackle the challenges ahead and forge a brighter future for our people.
Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa said while it is unfortunate that smaller economic countries are often left out in the international policy development, he hopes that there can be a fairer balance between national and international governance.
It is essential that we strive towards a more equitable and respectful foundation for international relations. We know that developing countries, irrespective of their contribution to the world economy, have to abide by myriad rules, regulations, and governance structures, and yet cannot access the global rules formulation process. This is a regrettable situation. Maintaining a fair balance between national policies and international shared policies, norms, and rules is essential. The sovereignty of independent states should in no way be undermined in the maintaining of this balance.
The second and last group of staff of Vietnam's Level 2 Field Hospital No. 3 has departed for the United Nations peacekeeping mission in South Sudan from Ho Chi Minh City on April 21st. A ceremony was held at Ho Chi Minh City's Nhất International Airport to see off the staff before they boarded the Royal Australian Air Force's Boeing C-17 Globemaster III to fly to the war-ravaged South Sudan. The first batch departed for the African country from Ho Chi Minh City, also on the Boeing C-17 aircraft provided by Australia last month. They completed mandatory quarantine and are in the UN base in Bantu since April 17 to replace the Level 2 Field Hospital No. 2. The Level 2 Field Hospital No. 3 was established in March 2020 with 70 officers and soldiers, including 64 official and 6 reserve members who were all vaccinated against COVID-19. Before departure, they undertook several technical training courses. Tens of thousands of visitors gathered at a temple in Vietnam's northern Phu Thọ province to mark a religious festival on Tuesday, an event taking place in the stark contrast to neighboring countries such as Thailand and Cambodia, and are currently battling new spikes in virus infections.
As many as 30,000 people were expected to visit the Home King's temple on each of the 3 days of the festival, provincial authorities said. The event commemorates the anniversary of the death of the first king who founded Vietnam some 4,000 years ago, Lạc Long Quân.
Năm nay là 2021, cả thế giới đang chống đối với công tác là dịch Covid, nhưng mà đến với đền Hùng, cô thấy đây là công tác tổ chức và phòng dịch rất là văn minh và chặt chẽ. Từ cửa vào là đã phát khẩu trang sát khuẩn cho nhân dân, đến các cái đền phủ, các cái đường lên đều có người hướng dẫn, và nhân dân thì thực hành là rất là nghiêm chỉnh.
Vì em thấy là nước mình cũng dập được dịch, gần như là dập được dịch rồi, bây giờ còn lác đác thì là mình cũng không lo lắm, không bùng phát nên mình không lo.
Nên là tôi cảm thấy là Việt Nam là làm tuyệt vời. Nói chung là tôi tin rằng là để Việt Nam trở lại bệnh nữa thì là hầu như là ít. Con số đành rằng mình không thể nói chủ quan được, nhưng mà cũng khẳng định là sẽ lại ít hơn.
Vietnam has only reported 35 coronavirus deaths since the pandemic began. At the temple site, there were preventative measures in place, including hand sanitizer at entrances and police ensuring people kept wearing face masks.
Airlines are now entitled to deny passengers without e-health declarations and those who failed to follow health regulations. According to Director of the Civil Aviation Authority of Vietnam, CAAV, Đinh Việt Thắng, carriers have to bear legal responsibility in case passengers board their airplanes without making the declarations. Passengers must fulfill the health declarations at khai.vn or through the Vietnam Health Declaration application. Besides, airlines should arrange staff at check-in kiosks at terminals to support passengers in the e-health declaration procedure. They should join hands with airports nationwide to inform passengers of the mandatory declaration through passengers' information systems, posters, and panels at easy-to-see places in airports. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has issued a directive urging ministries and government agencies to ensure traffic safety during the national holidays marking Reunification Day and May Day. Under the directive, the PM said efforts are needed to improve the capacity of public transport services to meet increasing demand for travel during the holidays. The Prime Minister asked the ministries and agencies to strengthen security and order at the major traffic routes, shopping centers, entertainment venues, and major tourist and festival destinations. Illegal bus stations, vehicles that fail to meet technical safety standards and carry more than the prescribed number of people will be punished. Increased inspections should be used to strictly punish traffic regulation violators, especially those who cause traffic accidents. Public order disturbance, illegal racing, and violations against public servants on duty should be strictly dealt with, and the same safety of COVID-19 prevention for enforcement forces and people need to be ensured. Hotlines to receive traffic complaints should be widely publicized. The Prime Minister also requested news agencies to regularly update traffic accidents, traffic jams, information to support travel guidance during the holidays and encourage citizens to strictly comply with traffic safety regulations. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development expects that by 2030, Vietnam will be home to about 140,000 hectares of mango trees, with output standing at 1.5 million tons, earning the country $650 million from exports of the fruit.
The mango growing area currently stands at some 87,000 hectares, 48% of which is in the Mekong Delta. Vietnam shipped over $180 million worth of mangoes abroad last year, accounting for only 1.15% of the world's total. China was the largest market of Vietnam, with nearly $152 million or 83.9% of the total, followed by Russia, the US, the Republic of Korea, the EU, Australia, and Japan, according to MARD's Agro-Processing and Market Development Authority. To achieve the export target, Deputy Director of MARD's Plant Protection Department, Nguyễn Thị Thu Hương, called on the ministry to upgrade her department's technical center so as to carry out studies helping to remove technical barriers, seek new markets, and conduct pre-export checks. She also recommended MARD digitalize its databases on farming zones, processing establishments, and packaging facilities.
Củ Chi Tunnels, a popular destination for both domestic and foreign tourists thanks to its unique historical and architectural values, may soon join UNESCO's list of World Heritage. The People's Committee of Ho Chi Minh City is working on a dossier seeking UNESCO's recognition for the tunnels. Located in Tân Phú Trung and Phước Vĩnh An communes in Củ Chi district, about 70 kilometers from downtown Ho Chi Minh City, the tunnels were built by local residents and soldiers using simple tools from 1946 to 1968 as shelters from US and Saigon troops during the war. After 1975, the tunnels have been preserved and upgraded to become a revolutionary historical relic site and is opened to tourists. According to the management board of the Củ Chi Tunnels, the relic site has welcomed about 1.5 million visitors each year, including foreign high-ranking leaders and military officers. The great Amitabha Buddha statue located at Sun World Fancy Band Legend in Sapa has been recognized by the World Guinness Records as the coolest statue located at the highest altitude in Asia. Sun World Fancy Band Legend held a ceremony on April 21st to receive the record and mark the 5th anniversary of the launch of the Fancy Band cable car system at the Sun Tourism Complex in Sapa, Lào Cai province. The bronze statue is 21.5 meters tall and is located at an altitude of 3,075 meters above sea level. The structure was cast in bronze by placing tens of thousands of 5 millimeter thick copper sheets over an iron frame with a total weight of 62 tons. The fancy band cable car systems is 3,143 meters above the sea level, starting from Mueang Hoa Valley and reaching the peak of Fancy Band Mountain. It has a transport capacity of 2,000 passengers per hour, with each cabin capable of accommodating 30 to 35 people, helping to shorten the 2-day journey to reach Fancy Band summit to just 15 minutes. The Fancy Band cable car currently holds 2 world records, including the biggest height gap between its departure and arrival stations at 1,410 meters and the world's longest 3-wire cable car at 6,292 meters. And that had wrapped up our program for today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.